Guardians of the Galaxy is a game about shooting your fat load into stuff. You shoot your load into water. You shoot your load into space cops. You shoot your load into Jesus. You shoot your load into this space lady.
12-year-old daughter who you didn't have during the war. 12 years ago when we
fucked.
If you didn't catch it, this is a semen joke. You're welcome. Look, Peter's about to go and shoot his load into something now. Wait, is that Groot? No! Guardians of the Galaxy has placed a lot of effort in bringing the goofy Band of Brothers motif to life, and I would say that they've largely succeeded in accomplishing that objective. This game is at its best when everyone in the crew is running their mouth off at one another. The way that Rocket will look at Peter and say,
"Pretty sure that way's a dead end."
You sure?
You happy, Quill? You found the thing I told you was there, but you didn't listen. A dead end.
and then immediately shift the tone to one of camaraderie while stuffing hot plasma and tree limbs in the gaping maw of a slobbering voyeur goblin. The best demonstration of this relationship between teammates is during the huddle mechanic. When you select the correct option, you legitimately rally the team and get an in-combat bonus to kick ass to. But if you select the wrong option, the entire group's going to look at you the same way everyone looks at a kid who just shit themselves in the public pool.
Guys, have you forgotten who we are? We fear none.
Why would we fear? We're winning.
Right, exactly. Because we've never known another way but winning. Who's with me? I feel
Does anyone understand that speech?
It's little moments like these that make you feel a lot less like you're just playing a game with AI, and more like you're on a mission with your team. Surrounding the passive dialogue is the story, and in my notes I wrote, the story isn't an absolute pile of wet dog shit. So, that's pretty cool, and I stand by that statement. Overall, it's a decently long story, clocking somewhere between 15 and 20 hours, which for a game that's $60, it better be pretty long. I actually applaud the story team for not just making another perfect life superhero narrative, but actually showing some vulnerability across the cast. Throughout the game, Peter cuts back to his childhood, remembering the moment that he lost his mother, and his entire life changed as he's whisked off to space as a kid. Similarly, the entire Guardians crew opens up about their own lives and the tragedy that they experienced prior to joining your motley crew. Sharing your vulnerability with your teammates is an incredibly relatable and human experience, and it's in these moments that the game stops just being a game and starts resembling a world. On top of that, the game is gift wrapped in this hair metal 80s aesthetic. There's a scene where you go to catch a cassette player in space while explosions are happening behind you, and when you catch the cassette, a freaking space dragon flies behind you. Peter unironically calls stuff metal.
That was just so...
Metal?
Yeah.
And that's what moments of this game are. They're pretty freaking metal. It's goofy, it's weird, and it's sincere, and it's unapologetically itself. I actually commend the studio for not making some microtransaction single-player cash grab bullshit like the Avengers game. Instead, they looked at us, the gaming public, and said, no, you're gonna play Space Cowboys and get rickrolled while shooting Razor Flubber. More importantly, when you shoot Razor Flubber enough, you get an explosion. That's a good visual transition scene, so that I can start talking about the things that make this game an overpriced piece of shit. But first, a word from our sponsor. Hey, it's me, the sponsor. What, did you think this channel actually made money? No. Everyone knows that YouTube doesn't actually send checks, just periodic rations to keep the content monster alive. With that being said, take a second to subscribe. We're almost at 100 subscribers, and at 100 subscribers, we trigger the ancient event of the Hatful Boyfriend review. If you don't know what Hatful Boyfriend is, good for you. It's a game about nutting on pigeons, or sorry, romancing avian personalities. So if you want to make my pain a reality, like, subscribe, and circulate my videos across the internet like a pack of rats spreading virulent diseases. Good stuff. Let's go shit on this game. $60. What does it mean to be worth $60? I'll tell you what it means to me. $60 means that this game is literally the most fun thing to play in existence. It's technically polished, it's narratively sound, it's impossible to put it down. So with that definition in mind, does this look like $60?
See?
This is absolutely ridiculous. We as a group should be offended that publishers will allow games to be released with any bugs at all, let alone multiple bugs. Pause. Let's breathe. Bugs happen, right? Even if it is unacceptable, immersion-breaking, and unprofessional, Guardians is admittedly a big game. I'm sure it's probably hard to bug test 20 hours of narrative, right? Let's talk about the most important part of playing any game, the gameplay. At its core, Guardians is just a disjointed set of battle arenas where you beat up things that can't beat you up. That is not intrinsically not fun. You manage each team member's abilities and can set up some cool combos. The problem is that there are not enough new mechanics throughout the game to keep the combat loop fresh. Your teammates' character upgrades and Peter's equipment upgrades are completely finished by the halfway point of the game. Then you're just stuck doing the same thing over and over again. This is the Groot issue. Get it? Because that's a character in the game. You have no progression left halfway through the game. That just makes me think that this experience wasn't fully planned. Then we get into the complementary gameplay experience of planetary exploration. I'm supposed to care to explore these planets and pick up the upgrade materials, but halfway through the game I've collected everything that I need to get every Peter Quill Be Better upgrade, and it just raises the question, why do I care about exploring anything? The RPG elements are just so half-baked, and it feels like something is missing. It's Rocket without Groot. It's Simon without Garfunkel. It's me without dick jokes. So then when you take a half-finished game and then have a giant buggy shitfest on top of it, I can't help but feel a little insulted that anyone would think it's okay to charge $60 for this. This isn't just a Guardians of the Galaxy problem too. This is a games industry problem. We as consumers should expect perfection from something that's going to cost the top end of the games market. So, what is the game worth? Is it just a giant piece of shit and you shouldn't play it whatsoever? Is this the Bubsy of our generation? Absolutely not. When the game is at its best, it's charming and funny.
How's that even gonna work? The thumper goes beep, 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 and the monsters come running?
Yeah, it goes more like, wah, wah, wah!
Holla, rocket!
Stop this ruckus at once!
And then the monster comes a-running out of its hole.
I think they nailed all the character dynamics that needed to exist in a game about a team. I had fun playing this game, and I finished this game. I also bought this game on sale, and at moments when I had a big gray cock across my screen, I thought I should have paid less. This game is worth somewhere between $20 and $30. I mean, I don't know, guys. Let's go check one of the big box reviewers. I'm sure they felt similar to me. Huh. 8 out of 10. Fuck me.